Hey y'all, hey, it's Mel. Welcome to my YouTube. I'm going to be on here consistently now. This is me posting and making it a thing so I can keep posting on here. Y'all know me from Instagram and TikTok and stuff, but I want to make longer form content. And I posted longer form content on here before and nobody watched it because nobody follows me on YouTube because I don't post on YouTube. So if I want the people to follow me on YouTube, I got to post on the YouTube now. Okay, so yeah, this is me doing that, and I want to start, doing more self-produced content and making it a thing. So I got to post on here. So hey, I made this YouTube when I was 12. This is my oldest social media, actually. And I was posting consistently when I was 14, going viral, making them little Rangers videos. And then I was making videos in college consistently. And then it just became, I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing it no more. And TikTok and stuff was easy because it was on my phone. I'm on that phone anyway. I'm always on that phone. So yeah, this is me making myself an honest woman. And, I also have set up a Patreon. The link is going to be below. And the Patreon is going to be more personal stuff. Like I will put my wedding content on Patreon. I'm putting that behind a paywall, babes. That ain't for everybody. So if you want to see wedding content, BTS, I've had my dress fitting. So I'll make a little dress fitting video. If you want to see that, Patreon below. So yeah, this is going to be fun. People say they want to see vlogs from me and my creative process, a day in the life, all the stuff. So we're going to be doing that over here. Okay. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Mel's on YouTube. So I was like, okay, what do I want to see? The girls wanted a Q&A. So I was like, okay, I'll do a Q&A first. And that's just going to be the introduction to the content. Okay. So welcome. So one of the questions I have, I have a couple questions on here. How long were you actively pursuing comedy while still working full time? I've been doing comedy for 8 years now. And the whole time I was either pursuing a job or had me a little piece of job. Okay. I was unemployed for a lot of them years. I was miss unemployed, babes. Okay. A job hated me. But I had my big girl job, finally my first big girl job in 2021. I was working at Warner Media at TNT, TBS, and True TV. And I was a marketing coordinator. And that was like my first big girl moment and job. I was so excited to work there. And it got crazy once I went viral. Because I've always been an internet person, but I was able to kind of have some kind of separation between the two. And that's really why I went by Mel Mitchell in comedy and not Melanie Mitchell, because I wanted to kind of like still get jobs. And that didn't show up on background checks. And then it kind of became like, okay, the reason I don't like people calling me Melanie, my name is not a secret. I love my name. It's beautiful. I love Melanie. But when you call me Melanie, I think I know you from real life. So when people who don't know me from real life call me Melanie, I'm like, did I go to school with her? Do I know her? She with a fan? And I'm like, I don't know you. You just talking to me like you know me. But it's like that just be throwing my brain off, right? You're not going to offend me by calling me. You're not going to offend me by calling me Melanie. Neither here nor there. So yeah, when I went viral, I couldn't hide from my coworkers anymore because they were finding me organically on the internet. And it became a whole thing, child. My coworkers like, is that you? Are you the Harry Potter girl? And then it was weird because I worked at Warner Brothers. So it became like a conflict of interest. And then like my manager found my stuff and she was like following me, not to like be funny, but it was like, dang, now my manager followed me. Now I have a personality and I'm over here being me at work. Girl, it was just a whole thing. So then it became another conflict of interest because my little brand deals I was getting were from other companies. And now again, conflict of interest. It was just too much. And then when I started touring with Kev on Stage, Brum from Kev on Stage, I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time anymore because I would wake up 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday, go to the airport, go to Columbus, wherever we're going, do 5 shows that weekend. Mind you, once I landed on Friday, I would work the whole day until 5, start getting ready. Once I finish work, go to the show, do 5 shows, wake up Sunday or Monday morning, 4 o'clock, fly home, work the whole day, and then do it all again the next week. So I'm like, this is too much. I said, I'm going to have to make a decision. And luckily, like my job was going through a merger. So I had a new manager who was super, super supportive and she loved everything I did. Shout out to you. Love you so bad, Gabby. So she was like, look, if you want to quit, that's okay. I support you. We love you. And we're still like this. So super, super grateful for that transitional time in my life and having the support I needed from my real job. And even now, like some of the brand deals I get are from my old coworkers from that job. So yeah, in that point, that was 5 years. I've been doing comedy 5 years at that point. And again, my timeline is different because of the way things moved pretty fast for me once I did blow up. But I had been doing comedy for years. I had been outside doing open mics and all that stuff for years. And then I blew up. It was just a lot. Let's see, what else? Comedic process, feelings about the next chapter in marriage. Okay, yeah, so comedic process. the way I think about things, like my jokes come from life, right? I'm not talking about stand up. My jokes come from life. And if something funny happens, I'll just write it down in my phone. And then when I get home, I'll flesh it out and do some bullet points, figure out a punchline, figure out a landing point. And then that's really how I tell the jokes. My feelings about the next chapter in marriage. It's a lot. Like, living with a man has been a lot. It's been very, very transitional because I'm coming from my mama house, living with a man and a dog. So that's been a lot. It's been a very big adjustment for the both of us. And, we're just learning that we have each other. And like, we gotta, we here with it because we ain't going nowhere, So it's like, okay, we figure it out. We take the problem head on and we talk through it, or what's the solution? What's the end goal here? We got to figure out how we going to get through whatever that thing is. It's been so many like outside factors. It really don't even be me and you. It's like me and him. It's the world. Not in the world's against us. No, it's just like, factors of life. So that's been interesting. Like, it's been fun, like figuring life out and figuring out grown up problems together. Because once you live together, once you have money together, once you're paying for a wedding, which is whooping my ass, it's just, okay, this is grown up stuff. We're grown now. Let's see. The first thing you'll outsource when you have outsourced money, which is soon, LOL. Everything. Like, if I don't have to do it, then I won't. If I ain't got to edit my videos and upload my videos and do this and do that and do that, that is the first thing, because I don't want to do it. Let me write and come act and do the things. If someone else can do it, baby, get somebody else to do it. Please. All right. Luckily, I'm trying to keep this as clean as possible, so I don't have to do much editing on this. Because God knows. Okay. Going on tour anytime soon. Hopefully, if I can get some dates on the board for this summer, that is my goal. I want to tour this summer. Little baby tour. Nothing too crazy. Just want to sell some tickets, get some butts and some seats, tell some jokes, and get some money. Okay. This is my job. What was your favorite skit? My favorite skit that I've done of all time, I have a couple favorites. Hoes Not Human as a whole is probably one of my favorite bodies of work. And we need Hoes Not Human needs to come back. I know the people miss Hoes Not Human. But particularly episode 6, when QD was like, oh man, I wish there was a woman who would, put up my stuff and do this and do that. And then Misha's like, and then he said, well, anyway, that's hilarious. And then the episode of Hoes Not Human, when they have the rapper guest, that was just so funny to me because QD was like pushing Misha out the way to get to the rapper. That was so funny to me. I like the skit where, mind you, these are all from my brain, but I do have favorites. The one where it's the white girls in class and they're in middle school, me got to read To Kill a Mockingbird, and they're like, hilarious. That's one of my favorites, like being the only black kid in class. Let me see. A lot of my favorite skits flop. Anything I put my heart and soul into and think is the funniest thing I've ever done in my life flops, which is that's just life, right? So yeah, those are two of my favorite off the top of my head. I mean, all the Harry Potter ones are funny. The Harry Potter step team, and then I snuck in some like shade, some like FAMU shade in that. Now that was good. That cinema. Let's see. What has been your favorite project you've worked on, whether it be podcast, film, TV, stand-up, etc.? Oh man, I've worked on some really cool projects and I'm very, very grateful. Shout out to Kev on stage. Always shout out to him. Burr for Kev. The hospital was very fun to shoot. I think I may have had the most fun on that set because these were some of the funniest people that I've ever gotten a chance to work with. Everybody funny. Like lunch, it was like being in middle school, like at the lunch table, because everybody got jokes. Cause like CP, Tony, Tahir, like all of these funny people in one place. And it was just like 3 days of just foolishness every single day. So that's one of my favorite things that I've worked on. I had a really, really good time on freelance. I only shot for 1 day, but just like the entire experience, the whole family loved that. Obviously Jokes on You, my podcast, like that's been fun since, cause it's really, we forget we're talking to 10,000 strangers every week and we just on there kicking it and having a good time. Stand up. I really enjoyed touring. That was really fun. I grew so much as a comic. And then like Keep Your Distance, that show completely changed my life. So Keep Your Distance, if you know the lore behind me trying to get that show done, girl. Yeah. Oh, it's 10 minutes. We up here yapping. Let me see if I have one more question. How do you decide on hairstyles? I'm natural. I want to get into weave and protective styles. I mean, I don't know. I have like a bag of bundles. So if I want to sew in, I just really reached in the in the cabinet and got some of these bundles because I've been had bundles. And if I see some inspo, I like it, and then that's what I get. Like, really be scrolling on the internet is how I found my next hairstyle. Like, well, that's cute. It depends on where I'm going. Like, I'm going to Mexico next month, so I already got my braids booked because I like the way this girl does her braids because I saw someone else with it and I was like, oh, I like her braids. Those is cute. So you just got to scroll, and my whole For You page is like babies and hair. So those are the things I like. But yeah, so this was good. This was a cute little video. I really don't need to edit this for real, and I love that for me. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get into it. Here's some Q&A. And just let me know what else y'all want to see. And thank y'all for subscribing. So, bye.